Feedback. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinga.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. 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 Hello.
You live.
Alexis. Oh, we are right here at WHPR 160 Victor Street, and technical difficulties sometimes get in the way. But I want you to know that we are here. And the telephone numbers are area code 313-868-4336, 868-0342, and 866-0351. You are tuned into Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. We want to thank all of those of you who helped to sponsor this program. And for those of you who are considering sponsorship, please make your check or money order out to Hood Research. But if you prefer, you can always make it out to Watkins Broadcasting Company. We have no objection to that. We just want you to mail it to Hood Research at 4416, that's P.O. Box 4416, Detroit, Michigan 48204, so that we can make sure it gets posted for this program. I want to say good morning to Rosa, to Ron, to Barbara, and to Vera, to Sam, to Les, to Tom, and to Gladys and Clementine and to Claire, and all of you. There were so many of you that I met over the weekend, came across over the weekend. I want to say good morning to Gwen and to Maureen Taylor. And hey, Jay, way over on the east side. Somebody you want to say good morning to? The Beanie.
Yes.
I got you.
Good morning to Cheryl D., Sister Sheila Ragland. I want to say a shout out to Detroit rapper Sean, Big Sean. Happy birthday, brother. Also, I want to send my condolences to the Barnett family. And as I always ask you, I'm sure you should have pen and paper handy, as well as letting your friends, your family, your neighbors, your cousins, everybody you know, co-workers, tell them to tune in and have pen and paper handy for valuable information you'll want to record.
All right. Okay. I also want to say happy birthday to Tijuana. She celebrated her birthday, and I want you to know that next month we're going to have a big birthday celebration, as we do each April. And we're going to invite the Pisces and the Taurus to join in the celebration with Aries. And I've been reading more, that's right, the more and more Aries, I tell you. It's always fun, and it's necessary to bond. There are some people who don't even know what that means, but that's okay. He'll get over it. You know, Thabiti, we have such information that needs to be shared because February, as everyone knows, was Black History Month. But we know that Black History is 365 days of the year. And we need to learn, absolutely. We applaud that always, always. The more you know about yourself, the better you feel about yourself. The more you understand what our ancestors have done, what our descendants will do, and what those of you who are here with us now are doing. What's the information you want to share today, Thabiti?
Well, there's a lot to be said, but first I'll just make a quick note for those of you who may have missed this. DTE Energy overcharged many citizens in the city of Detroit. Mm-hmm. So DTE Energy will pay more than $27 million in refunds to its electric customers this spring after the state regulators had reduced the 27 rate hike, which was imposed by the utility the
Commission.
Michigan Public Service Commission. So what they will do is they're going to give a credit to your account. So I guess that means a couple of months or so, you might get a bill for $1. That would be nice.
All of it adds up, you know. It all adds up. If you got 99 cents, you get a penny, you got $1. Right. And you know, people should take a container, sit it somewhere, I don't know, in the closet, under the bed, in the tub, someplace, and just drop your loose change in there. I was at the bank one day, and this lady came in with a suitcase. And she sat over at a desk, and one of the employees came out with a canvas bag, the kind of canvas bags that Brinks picks up. Took it over there to her and said he was going to get another one. This lady told us that she had $1,500. $1,500. Now wrap your mind around that. In coin that she had saved. When she would come home, she'd just take the change and drop it on a bucket or whatever she dropped it in. And she, once a year, brings this suitcase to the bank, puts it in the Brinks bags. They take it downtown, they, count it, wrap it, and all that. And it goes into her account. I said, $1,500. That's good savings. But go ahead.
I do the same thing, and each one of my jars generally winds up around anywhere from $400 to $600 in coins. I make them give me change so that way I'll have something to put aside in the jar. Rather than if it's $12.15, I'll make them give them $13, get that $85 back. It goes in the jar, and at the end of the year, it's good for whatever I want. We do have a caller on the line.
Sure.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
This is Agnes Hitchcock.
Hey, Agnes. Happy Monday to you.
And Mr. Navidi. I'm viewing you on 91 Comcast.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank you for sharing your airtime
Not a
to
problem.
support Call 'em Out Sambo Awards dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and also for your support
Not a
of an
problem.
ad in our souvenir booklet.
Yes.
There are a few things I'd like to correct this morning.
Okay.
No individual compiles the Sambo Awards nomination list.
Mm-hmm.
It is done by the people.
Mm-hmm.
They nominate the individuals who are on that list.
Mm-hmm.
First, you start out with at large.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's nominated. And we had approximately 150 people. And the way you make the finalists, like in the Black Miss America contest, the ones who have the highest numbers are the ones who go on that list.
Aha.
Okay. So the top 3 winners. Gary Brown took first place.
Mm-hmm. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. That deserves
Chief
applause.
Craig took second place.
Mm-hmm.
And the Black Slate took third place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not done by an individual. It's done by the people.
Mm-hmm. There was a ballot, right?
Yes, there was a ballot.
For voting. Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. In the instance of Gary Brown, I don't think he was on the list because he is collecting 3 or 4 checks from the city of Detroit. I don't think he's on there because he collects a police retirement check, a city council check, a lawsuit check, and I forget and a police retirement check.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's on the list because of the damage that he does at the water department.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the top vote getter.
Okay.
So that's my opinion of why Gary Brown is on that list.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Slate is on that list, I believe. Well, they took third place. Let me do Chief Craig first.
Okay.
The reason I would have voted for Chief Craig was that, let's remember that we celebrated the life of Mayor Young and what he did in the city of Detroit to uplift his people.
Mm-hmm.
The police department during Mayor Young's tenure was like 95% black.
Mm-hmm.
He recruited, they had cadet programs in schools, and the department reflected the population of the city of Detroit. Chief Craig is now administrative director, CEO of a police department that is 55% black, which means that it does not reflect the population of the city of Detroit. So that is his job. I suggest he go to the streets, recruit black people to be on Detroit Police Department, go up in the UP, go across the entire country, go to colleges, go to churches, and look under rocks for black people to put on the police department, so that we are not under an occupying force. That
Right.
needs to be done.
That's right.
So that was second place. The black slate. The black slate worked tirelessly to elect Mayor Young as mayor in the city of Detroit, and they benefited from it greatly. People who were in the black slate, birthed out of the Shrine of Black Madonna, had positions in the city of Detroit, administrative positions, church members got positions, and all of those things. And today, the black slate supported a man who does not live in the city of Detroit, does not appear to respect the people in the city of Detroit, and all of the things. Let me say this. Everything that is happening in the city of Detroit is designed to drive black people out of the city of Detroit. They may say that's not their intent, but when you close down neighborhood schools and children have no place to walk to school, their parents move to an area where they have schools close by. So that sucks and drives people out of the city of Detroit.
Right.
When you have Section 8 in the suburbs and not in Detroit, that drives people out of the city of Detroit. When you increase property taxes, when you have redlining, when you can't get automobile insurance, when tow trucks sanctioned by the police department are stealing residents' cars, it drives people out of the city of Detroit. When you expedite the speed at which property is seized in the city of Detroit, it drives people out of the city of Detroit. So everything that is done, I wouldn't care if it was a 20-story high-rise condominium at a cost of $5 million. That condominium is built on land where a black person probably lost their property. So we have Sambos in Detroit. They may act like they don't know what they're doing, but it's happening. So I want to thank you for allowing me this airtime.
No.
And if anybody has any questions about who's on that list or why they're on that list, I will try to give them the best information. I can be reached at area code 313-874-2792. Oh, one last thing. We're having a civil disobedience workshop on April 4th, 6 o'clock. That is a Thursday at 6 p.m. in the afternoon.
What is that?
At People's Community Baptist Church Activities Building, right next to the church. If anyone is interested in putting pressure on these administrators in the city of Detroit to listen to the people and include black people in this new rise, come out and let's see if we can convince them. Because if we don't make any money, they don't need to make any money.
I agree.
So I think that's it, and I'll be talking to you from time to time.
Okay, that date is April the 4th, isn't it?
Thursday, April the 4th. Not this one, but the next one.
Okay. You know,
Okay.
somebody was trying to say that the Sambo Awards was racist. What do you respond to that?
Everything that's being done to the people in the city of Detroit is racist. I'm not dealing with somebody saying they don't like being called a Sambo. Tell them to read Uncle Tom's Cabin and read about Uncle Tom and read about that slam ball Sambo.
Sambo and Gumbo.
Sambo was the slave who would say, "Master, let me beat him.
Yeah.
I could beat him. I could beat him." Uncle Tom was the one who was trying to intercede on behalf of the slave.
Yeah.
So
He
yes,
was actually
they are symbols.
he was actually a
Ray
hero.
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Very good novel. Very good novel.
Yes.
And Harriet Beecher Stowe met Abraham Lincoln, and he was in, oh, you're the little lady that wrote that book, and she got folks stirred up enough to speak against slavery. But it's a
And
very
I hope
good novel.
the Symbol Award stirs up people enough to resist
Mm-hmm.
this slavery that's being put on
That's right now. Yeah.
us in Detroit.
Different type, same thing, same result.
Still slavery.
Same
Phone
result.
number once again,
Mhm.
313-874-2792.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
We have another caller.
Okay.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please? Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Waste time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to thank Carla Mountain Agnes for all the good work that she does. I believe that we need to call the gatekeepers out, because one thing for sure, we have been totally abused and misused due to the gatekeepers going along with the negative policies that causes all the atrocities, austerities in our communities. While black folks continue to want to support their oppressors and put the D down, white folks are coming and removing you. So while you putting yourself with your self-hatred attitudes towards one another and you're putting the D down, others are coming around to replace you. So if Detroit was such a bad place to live in, why is everybody trying to get here?
And come back, absolutely.
Why is everybody trying to come back?
Mhm.
And then because black folks have become a host for the parasite is doing his job, and that's eating you up, controlling your mind, and moving you aside. Thank you for taking my call. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Agnes, the place where she's talking about at the People's Community Activity Center, it's on Woodward and Pengree.
Right.
So I don't have the address in front of me, but I know it's on Woodward,
Right on
so
the
it
corner.
shouldn't be hard to find
Right.
for her event coming up.
Yep.
Thank you for taking my call. If I have any more, hopefully better news, I'll call.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. Peace. Now, Thabiti, that Black History information you wanted to share.
I'll just give an idea of a few of the inventions that we have no idea. And actually, I want to highlight this particular individual, Frederick M. Jones. He was responsible for creating the defroster, the air conditioning unit, the two-cycle gas engine, which I've learned how to work on since I went to WC3.
All right. Right.
Yeah. Also, the
Yeah.
internal combustion engine,
Yeah.
the starter generator, and the refrigeration control. So this is Frederick M. Jones. So we use everyday appliances and items that we have no idea what the origin was, but and we don't get the credit, obviously, that they were African-American inventors. But again, the defroster, air conditioning unit, two-cycle gas engine, internal combustion engine, starter generator, and the refrigeration controls, all created by a black inventor named Frederick M. Jones.
Wow. And you know, before you go to the next one, I wanted to share that you brought up Wayne County Community College. Some of the biggest benefits at Wayne County Community College include the fact that your credit can be transferred to other universities here in the state when you go for a 4-year degree, a bachelor's. In the meantime, the cost per credit hour at Wayne County Community College is less, almost half the amount it would cost you to get your degree from a 2-year institution. So why not go to Wayne County Community College, get your 2-year degree, and transfer your credits to Wayne State, U of M, wherever, and get your bachelor's. And think about the money that you will save going to WC3 and it can be used for the last 2 years getting your bachelor's. I mean, just some stuff is just so basic, so just so beneficial. That's the best word I want to think. So beneficial. So why not take advantage?
I would just add too, and then we'll go to our next caller. So hold on. That if you're 60 or older, you can attend classes free. You can pursue either continuing education or academic classes and work on a degree. So don't shortchange yourself. I mean, how many times do you get offered something so valuable for free?
That's right.
And many of you who may have retired and just look for activities, there's so many different things within the continuing education. Learn how to make jewelry, play guitar. They have something called the Senior Circle, or the Silver Circle rather, which is geared towards seniors. And it's just, we can't become complacent, couch potatoes, that type of thing.
Right.
We have to be active. That's just our nature. So again, if you're 60 or older, you can go for free.
Right. And a futuristic class, that 3D printing that people have not learned about. 3D printing is taught at Wayne County Community College.
And we're coming to you, callers. The last thing I'll say is that some of you don't have, let's say, the computer or tech skills, where they have skills that will teach you how to use your smartphone, tablets, laptops, desktops. So we don't have to be left behind in this technological situation and generation that we're in now. Let's become a part of it.
That's right.
Okay. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
Yes. My name is Jackie,
Hi,
and
Jackie.
I'm listening on 33.
All right.
However, I can't hear you,
You can't hear.
but I can hear the callers.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you,
Thank-
Jackie. We want to have our engineer to check that. Okay.
We'll go to the next caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
You guys are really cracky on the phone. I just wanted to reinforce that. So I don't know how clear I'm coming through, but you guys, the phone is like, it's some crackling sounds going on the phone.
But can you see us on TV?
I can hear you on TV, but
Can
on
you
the phone, start cracking up.
I heard
so
that
I
part.
just want to know, can y'all hear us clearly through the phone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I wanted to add that there's a story. Sabiti, did you catch it? BET showed it again, the system of the cash, bail, or parole, probation, disproportionately impacting our communities. And so it came on again, America and Justice, a BET town hall meeting came on this time, and they had senators and Congress people, black caucuses, and so on, discussing the racial disparities that plagues America's criminal justice system.
Yes.
And what I like about it, y'all, they came up with some solutions to hopefully change the policies that's negatively pointing towards, of course, black bodies.
Can you think of any one of the solutions they shared?
No, because I'm telling y'all, because it's gonna come on again. So when it does, I'll try to, I put it all on Facebook when it came on,
Okay.
so people can watch it.
Okay.
So watch out for America and Justice. It's another one, Finding Justice. But these people were talking about solutions. I was going back and forth. I mean, because I was so tired of hearing about the negative part.
Right.
And then when I clicked back over, before they left, they were talking about solutions. So
Right.
I really just didn't catch it all.
Oh, okay.
But I want to
You'll
thank
let us know.
WC3 for the opportunity that they're giving people to go to school for free.
Mm-hmm.
You can get an associate's degree, you can get certificates, and they're working in all areas of people's lives so that they can improve. And we know how much we need to improve.
Right. Well, thank you for that.
All right, thank you for taking my call.
Oh, no
Bye-bye.
problem. Bye. There's also a class that we might interject here for truck drivers. And we know they can make up to a 6-figure income. And the classes are at Wayne County Community College. And the classes are free. In addition to that, the college placement office helps those who graduate from the class to get employed.
And now Thea's more, let's say, astute on this than I am, but I know they have a dual enrollment program, Theo?
Correct, that's correct. In the public school system, and I think there are some other school systems outside of Detroit that employ the same practice. But a student can enroll in Wayne County Community College while they are in high school, Detroit public school system. And upon graduation, they can have their associate's degree, they have applied themselves, or they can get the first year, freshman year, at Wayne County Community College completed. And this obviously also is a free program, a free opportunity. There are so many opportunities available at Wayne County Community College that we just don't understand why you won't take advantage. And if you are not interested, pass the word, share the information. Call your family, your friends, your church members, your co-workers, and let them know what's available. There are so many things available to us and for us right here in the city of Detroit and in Wayne County.
And I would just add that there are many opportunities, and let's just be realistic about it. We hear all the time about how there are a lack of people in the medical field, for instance. Wayne County community college can take care of that if a person is eager, if they're someone who really wants to make a future for themselves. Now, I'll just say this, a couple of things. One, there are people within my circle who would rather beg, borrow, or steal rather than actually take advantage of some of the things that are there. You can't hustle all your life. It's good to have steady employment, have a career, have a profession. Skilled trades are good, which you can learn at Wayne Community College, as well as academic programs, whether they're medical, so many other different fields. Next week I'll bring a list of I can't go through all of them, but there are just endless opportunities within it. And the school is right here within the city.
I know.
So what's the problem?
I know. I think some people are afraid of success. And there's no need to be afraid of success. Apply yourself, get involved, and come out to the community meetings. It's important to learn and meet those who are around you who are as concerned as you are. Don't hide in a corner and be scared to come out, So anyway.
We'll go to the next caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
Also, they offer cyber security classes at WC3. They offer criminal justice. And they're getting ready to open up in May, which I'm going to participate in their health programs. So that's my goal for my next signing up is for the health programs that they'll be offering.
You'll be the first one in line.
That we need to be part of these programs, especially the criminal injustice. Due to the criminal injustice that's going on, we definitely need to study law so that we can be better armed up to save our sons and daughters, our family members, our communities.
Right.
Also, I want to bring up that don't forget early childhood. Even though you put your children in Head Start and early childhood programs, you need to be at home feeding them information and teaching them at an early age, because by the time they get to kindergarten, I'm being told they're going to need to know how to read already. They're going to need to know how to color within the lines. So the earlier you get to your to the babies, even before Head Start, that you should start using educational tools for them to be polite and smart and, loving and all that good stuff, too.
Right.
Thank you for taking my call.
Right. Good
Thanks
point.
for calling. I want to add something quickly because, again, this has happened within my circle. Now, I see other cultures, I'll put it that way, who will either read to their children or have them children read to them. I spoke to some people within my circle, and I was kind of disappointed because it seemed like the television or the child's cell phone became the thing that kept the child occupied. And that really disturbed me because it's like I was told by this individual, well, you know, she doesn't like to read. Well, it's not what she likes to do. She's the child. You have her read to you and become engaged.
Right.
And I also suggested this individual, why don't you put your phone down and set a good example for your child? But, you know, some people don't want to hear the truth, so they're quick to get defensive. But it's very important. The libraries are free. They're getting ready to have a book sale, which I'll let you know about next week, where over 100,000 books for sale at incredibly good prices.
Wow.
Find something. I mean, they have books on cooking. They got a section for children. They got cultural section, religious section, anything you can imagine, along with other electronic media. It's important to, you can always pick the phone up. Matter of fact, I'll just say this, with my granddaughter's phone went down to 2%, I was so happy. I'm like, okay, now you can't look at your phone because you don't have no juice. But it's just important for us. And be open to listen to the children as well. We are adults. We're supposed to be the guides, but it's not like a child doesn't know something or hasn't learned anything. So we should be open to listen to them as well. And just a small reminder, the telephone numbers here are 868-0351, 868-4336, and 868-0342. I always have trouble with that one.
That's all right. You know, I want to interject something, and that is that the campus downtown, where all of the construction is taking place, has been named after Dr. Curtis L. Ivory. And I think that's very, very apropos, if you will, because he deserves it. All that he has done for Wayne County Community College and the people in this community. When he came here, there might have been approximately 7,000 students at the school. Today, there is 70,000 students. We have 6 campuses. There are 3 inside the city of Detroit. The one on Outer Drive in Southfield, the one that is downtown on 4th Street, and the third one that is on Connor, right across from the city airport, now called the Coleman Young International Airport. There's one in Harper Woods, that's number 4, and there are 2 out county on North Line Road, and the other one's on Haggerty. But 6 campuses to choose from. All of the opportunity, all of the help to improve your status in life is right at your fingertips.
And I would just add, and I understand this, but we have to overcome our fears. And what I'm speaking about specifically is sometimes if we've been out of the educational system, we have this fear going back in that we're going to be lost, that maybe we're too old. Well, I just want to say to you that the class that I'm taking, computer repair, which gets you right into the body of it. You learn about the motherboard, software, other hardware, how to add that. The class has people in there from age 30s on up into their 70s. So don't let the fact that you don't know create fear, because then all it does, the thing I'll say is that technology is not going backwards. We're not going back to horse and buggies. We may have self-driving cars which will actually be a Jetson-like experience in the future. We cannot live in the past and be a part of the present. We have to be a part of the present and have a vision towards the future. So don't let fear become something that stops you. You start where you're at. The class I'm in is a beginner's class. Believe me, I didn't know anything when I started in there, and I've already disassembled my desktop computer and learned things about it. So don't let fear be something that hinders you from developing yourself.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Yes, you had something else in the history category.
This last thing I'll share is we're familiar with the name Granville T. Woods. And I have to say at the outset also that just in terms of patents, we got people who got incredible number of patents that just were never acknowledged. But I'm just going to use Granville T. Woods, as I did Frederick M. Jones, to highlight some of the things that he's responsible for that we enjoy every day and have no idea of the source. So he created the telephone transmitter, electric cutoff switch, relay instrument.
You mean like light switch? Talk about?
You know, I'm thinking it's something a little different than that because it doesn't give the specifics of it. Although it could be, along with relay instruments, telephone system, electromechanical brake system, the galvanic battery, electric railway system, roller coaster, and auto air brake, which if you ever been next to one of those trucks and they put the auto air brake on, the thing is loud.
Right. And you mean to tell me it's because of him we got to suffer with this stupid toy train on Woodward Avenue? Oh!
Politically motivated.
Yes.
and probably something that's draining resources. I don't know that it's being used on the scale that they anticipated. I heard it wasn't. So that means they've actually losing money having the system in effect. And maybe one day, if we allow, but we cannot allow gentrification, there will be a point where we won't be able, it will be full, but it won't be full of us. And we do have a caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
Y'all soul, I love y'all soul. But I wanted to add that LeBron James sent 1,100 plus kids to college, fully paid, for ladies and gentlemen. Then you got the Pistons, Detroit Pistons. Reggie Jackson opens the 8th Literacy Lounge in Detroit School. So I want to give a shout out to our athletes and our different, celebrities who have came back to give back to their communities and to their people, because we need more of that awakening of people that have much, and we expect much from those who have much. So I'm just thankful for those who are starting to open up their eyes and their pocketbooks and coming to save our community, our children. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
That's good. It's good to share the information of those who are donating their time and their money and their talents to give back. Now, I'm glad to hear that, because the only, I guess more is not that recent, but when Oprah Winfrey created this school for girls in Africa, that was good and that was appreciated. But the negative statement that she made about why she didn't do anything in Chicago was because when she talked to the kids, all they said they wanted was gym shoes. Now, how do you, as an adult, decide that you don't want to help the kids in Chicago, where she used to live, by the way, because what they know is what they express. And they know that gym shoes was heavily publicized and became a status symbol in a neighborhood. That's what the kids wanted. That's what they know about. And had the children been exposed to other areas, other categories, other concepts, they may have said something different. But she did not put herself out to say, let us talk to, what's the lady that had the school in Chicago? I just lost her name. But she, for years, had a school, and she was teaching children how to read. She was very, very successful. Was it Carver?
I know who you're talking about. I can't call the name either.
Right. And I think most of those who are tuned in know who I'm talking about as well. But rather than have a whole team, she got a whole team of people to do anything she wants done, and could have looked into that, could have made an impact. But anyway, so it is.
I'm going to throw this in very quickly. I've attended 4 different events since we were on the air last week. And I just want to say to our people, now I know our listeners are cultured and are above the scurvy, but one of the things I attended, we were all, told to line up. So, we lined up. There's a guy in front of me and there's a brother in back of me, and we're just talking cultural stuff. So the guy in front of me invites one of his buddies to stand with him. We're all lining up to partake in a meal. Okay. And then while he's in front of me, he's already invited one guy, and then he's calling a guy that's 15 deep maybe in the line, telling him to come on up there and take cuts. Look, brothers and sisters, we don't need to play ghetto games. You get your place in line, you keep it. Now, being the man I am, it didn't matter to me one way or the other because, I'm intact and secure with who I am. But just the idea that the brother would pull a ghetto move like that, like, come on up here and take cuts. Thankfully, the guy that he offered to take cuts said, no, brother, I'm going to stay right where I'm at. But I just thought it was a low thing, and I'm thinking we're supposed to be here together as a group, as a community, to uplift all of us. You can't pull those high school, junior high school, or hood moves. So to all of our people, if you get people in your family who are doing that, check them then, because we're trying to strive to bring some cohesiveness within our community. And we can't have that when you start saying, well, I'm going to bring somebody up. Now, I looked him in his eye and let him know I was aware of what he was doing.
and at 6 feet 3, look out.
But I'll sum it up by saying this. I remember something Malcolm said in one of his lectures, and it always stuck with me. He said, I'm the man you think you are. So that's the way I felt about it then. I'm the man you think you are. You can pull that move, but you ain't really got it like you think you got it. It's just I'm more of a man not to go to come down to your level. As Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. I just stay high.
Yes. And kept the event orderly.
Yes.
It's good that you had that kind of patience, because somebody else would have said, try it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, the eye contact was just necessary to let them know, I know what you did, but I ain't that low. So, you keep it, because maybe one day what we're trying to share to uplift the race will filter down to you. Maybe you're a little slow right now, but I can't go back there, it's not for me. So that's all I want to really say.
Right, I understand. If anybody's out there who has an idea as to why the children of today have a different demeanor, they don't have the kind of patience that children had years ago. And somebody else say, well, the parents don't take time with them. Okay, well, then the question is, why are the parents different today? And it's just interesting how we have a totally different kind of community attitude that's going in. And I don't think it's just the black community either.
No, it's like water spreads everywhere. We have one more caller. Hello, caller. You on the air? Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
I'm sorry, it's Black Soul again, but quickly to answer your question, Theo, we have been westernized, and so we have taken on other people's minds and culture. And because of that, if you know anything about their minds and culture, they're totally selfish, and they want it, in by any means necessary. And it's not always fair. Thank you for taking my call.
Well, I think perhaps in addition to that, and starting back in 98, the governor that we had at that time, classes that caused our young people to want to come to school and stay in school, not skip school, were the kind of classes that introduced them to different types of lifestyle, different career opportunities. We know that reading, writing, arithmetic, all of that is a basic part of the curriculum. But clothing was not, cooking was not, culinary arts as it called, welding was not. They had those kinds of classes. They had wood shop. electrical shop. Then, of course, they had sports and music and drama. And today, I was talking to someone over the weekend in Grosse Pointe. These two, what is it, Grosse Pointe Northern and Grosse Pointe something else. They alternate with plays. And the one school is invited to come to the other school for their play. And then X number of, I don't know, weeks or what have you, they prepare. And they do the reversal. But it's something that the community is involved in. The students are involved in. And the parents come out to watch the students. And that's where you get your next actors from, your next musicians, when they have the opportunity to present their talents. That kind of thing is what goes on. So think about that. Okay. And we are getting down to our last few minutes. I have enjoyed this morning thoroughly with the kind of information that we had an opportunity to share. And I'm hoping that you would tell others to join in, call in, share information that you have next Monday at 9 a.m. And I say that it's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it. I want to thank Jackie for calling in. I hear her from time to time, but haven't heard her on this program in a long time. So thank you, Jackie, for calling in. And you know, the telephone number for Hood Research is area code 248-234-2371. That's 248-234-2371. We have a hoodresearch.org, a website, Facebook, all the bells and whistles. And we want you to know that we have a meeting on the second Saturday of each month on Grand River in Wyoming. The Beatty?
If you want to be nothing, do nothing. But the only problem with doing nothing is you never know when you finish. So get busy.
All right. Tune in again next week. And now,
stay tuned for Get in the Know with Marley B.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am the Beatty Impinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.